Good morning. Welcome to Shop Talk Live Harvest Update 2020. This is our final Harvest Update edition. My name is Jeremy Kemp. I am the Director of Products at Mathews Company, coming to you from the grain dryer, capital of the world in Crystal Lake, Illinois. And today I've got three very special guests. We've got our very own Nick Close, Regional Manager from the Northwest U.S. and Canada. He's coming to us from Minnesota. We've got Jeremy Weiss, a Platinum MC dealer, coming to us from Big Stone City, South Dakota. And we've got Mike Sneck Farms coming to us from Millbank, South Dakota. They're going to tell us a little bit about how Harvest treated them and how their brand new MC Delta Series dryer performed this harvest season. So let's go ahead and get right into harvest. We'll start with the USDA report. So today is Thursday. The most recent USDA report came out on Monday, and according to the USDA, nearly all the corn is in the bin, 95% complete. So you've still got a few areas of the country, mostly the eastern Corn Belt, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, where we see some activity, and I can confirm what the USDA is saying by looking at the data we see through our remote monitoring and control system, MC Tracks. And what we see are dryers running, still taking out 5+ points in some of those areas. Other areas of the country, you see a few stragglers, a few guys pulling out a point or two. And what the USDA doesn't reflect are our Canadian customers, and we see a fair amount of activity still going on, primarily in Ontario and Quebec. So it looks like it's another solid season. Farmers had to work regardless of what the rest of the world is doing, staying at home or social distancing. Doesn't matter. We're in agriculture. We're making things happen. So let's see. I went a little bit too far. There's a preview of our presentation. Let's get to Nick Close. You see the states in yellow, the provinces in yellow that Nick covers, and Nick's going to give us an update on harvest in his area of the world. Go ahead, Nick.
Good morning, Jeremy. Hello from Minnesota. A quick harvest update here. We're pretty much got everything in the bin around here. South Dakota meets the national average at 95% in. Just looking back, 1 year ago was only at 49%. National average, 5-year average for South Dakota is about 80%, so well ahead of schedule there. Minnesota's pretty much done. We're at 97%. Last year, 73. 5-year average, 88%. So well above the averages. North Dakota is also at 97%. Last year, with our terrible fall weather that we had, we were only sitting at 21%. The 5-year average of 70%. So well above all the averages, and definitely far above last year. 97% finished. Western Canada still got some dryers that are running. Definitely got some canola in the bins that need to be finished dried, but in large part, the harvest is well ahead of schedule there also. So we're ready for Thanksgiving.
And I think a lot of folks are ready for Thanksgiving. It's a nice year compared to last year. So let's kick it over to Jeremy Weiss, Platinum MC dealer out of Big Stone City, South Dakota. And Jeremy, you've got Mike Sneck, a customer of yours, with you. And Jeremy, I wanted to ask you why you selected the Delta Series dryer, or why you advised Mike to go towards the Delta Series dryer, and what your experience with the dryers that operated this fall was like. Please go ahead.
Well, we picked the Delta Series dryer this year for Sneck Farms for multiple reasons. One, the main one was grain quality, and the second reason, I believe, is cleanliness of the dryer. You know, they don't have to take manpower to scrub the dryer or clean the dryer. The dryer just keeps performing, you know, without having to clean it. This dryer this year, from day one, once we started it, worked flawlessly. We ran AccuDry the whole time, and the moistures were spot on. They've normally didn't have an operator at this dryer. Mike was able to monitor the dryer as he was sitting in his combine, and then he just had a truck driver test the grain moisture samples as they were bringing corn in, and they would test the corn going out, and the dryer just performed superbly.
Hey, we are happy to hear that. That's fantastic. So let's get it from the customer himself. Mike, first off, can you tell me a little bit about what your setup was like prior to your Delta Series dryer?
Well, previously we had that older MC screen dryer. I don't know, that was what model was that?
1175.
1175. Last year was a tough year with the wet corn and the cold conditions. It just weren't getting enough through it. And this year was just, this dryer really performed and got it done. We shaved a lot of time off combining. And being able to run that MC tracks was huge, not having to have a guy sit there and be able to watch it from your phone in the combine or truck or whatever you were doing.
Hey, that's good to hear. So anybody out there considering a dryer upgrade, would you recommend Delta Series Mix Flow, or do you think they should go in a different direction?
I would definitely recommend the Mix Flow. That was a very good machine.
Very quiet.
Quiet and zero maintenance. Didn't have to clean any of the screens off, didn't lose any efficiency. Just ran strong the whole time.
And how about capacity? Talking about the old dryer, I imagine it's 2019 and all of the wet grain that pushed you to upgrade, and capacity may have been one of the driving factors. How'd this dryer perform?
Very well. We were a lot of times running 3,500 bushel an hour through this, but I don't know, 3-4 point drop.
It performed really well. It matched the dryer specs, and that at times when we were down below the 5% drop on the moisture, we could exceed that dryer capacity. And our limiting factor wouldn't have been the dryer; it would have been our takeaway and fill system. You know, the dryer, if we could have, fed that dryer, and I think we could have pushed more through it.
So often we hear the dryer's the bottleneck, so we love it when it's a different piece of equipment that's the bottleneck.
Yep, but we ended up turning the heat down in this dryer fairly low. Towards the end of the season, when we were only taking 2 points out of the corn, we were able to turn our temperature way down, way below 140 degrees, and and then not even turn the bottom burner on, and the dryer still sailed it. It still did exactly what the customer wanted it to do.
And how about test weights? The test weights come in pretty good?
Yeah, this year was really well. It come in at like 56, 57 pounds, and by the time it was done drying, it was coming out 58 and a half pounds.
That's great. That's great to hear. So overall, Mike, how was your harvest? Was this a good year for you?
Yeah, very smooth, good year. It's been a while since we had one that's smooth.
Well, that is fantastic to hear. So on that note, let's hope we sail into a smooth Thanksgiving. 2020 brings us less social distancing. Maybe I can get out to South Dakota and do some visiting. Thank you guys for being part of this, and I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and a fantastic remainder of harvest if you're still out there working. Thank you.